All right, welcome back from that break. Of course, we have an amazing guest who is a gender inclusion advocate, Fisayo. She's going to be talking about all things, gender diversity and just inclusion. This is in no way trying to fuel any woman out there. See, all of you have the wrong meaning of femininity. You have the wrong idea, guys. Wrongest idea. Equality and all that. But this isn't it. This is how we can even make it a bit better. It's not about talking about what's wrong, but how do we prefer solutions to all the things that have been highlighted that is going on in some specific places that might seem wrong. Okay, so give it up for Fisayo in the studio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Just need a cup of coffee.
Right.
All right. So, of course, our conversation today is basically about gender disparity. That is making a balance in nation building and being from a space where your basic and sole desire is to build a safer haven for women by, empowering them and, making sure that they are safe, especially for those particular women or girls that feel like their rights have been disrespected or taken from them. How do you think that, before we even go to the big question, let's break it down a bit.
Yeah.
What's diversity and inclusion in general before we,
Yeah. So, I mean, I like that question. It's good to start with
the basics.
So for people to understand exactly what diversity and inclusion is. So, diversity actually, to be honest, is very wide. It doesn't just, it's not just about women and men. It's about race, color, skin color, age. You hear some companies say, oh, they don't want to employ an albino, or they don't want to employ someone on a wheelchair. So it's really, really not about women and men. It's a very wide topic, to be honest. And so it's having representatives of different race, different languages, different gender, of course, and different, should I say, culture also, and having them in an organization or like in a group. And inclusion, it means having, okay, we have all these people in an organization, we have them in churches, we have them everywhere, but inclusion now means how do we how do we hear these people? How do we, what's the word? How do we tell these people to contribute to like the benefit of either an organization or a country or basically, or a church or anything? Yeah, so that's basically what inclusion means, and diversity and inclusion. So they actually work hand in hand.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, bringing various people from around the world together and giving them an equal voice to be able to impute equally, like there's no,
contribute
you
equally.
Contribute equally, you're not doing this and you're doing that. Okay, great, fantastic. Now that we understand that, what's the awareness rate in Nigeria?
Okay, so the awareness rate in Nigeria, to be honest, is low. I would say some companies, top companies, are actually trying to measure up. And I mean, I don't know if you've heard of the phrase, if you want it done, give it to a woman. I'm not sure if you heard of that, but women contribute a lot to like the growth of an organization. In business, you see women multitasking, you see, and to be honest, there has to be balance because there are talent doesn't know no gender, no race. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has something to offer the world. So it's best we get these women that are qualified, bring them to our team, and you see the progress and how the company grows, and more money is to be made.
No, I know that this conversation about the inclusion has been on for a very long time, and I know it started with the women trying to fight for equal rights in the workplace and all, before it now went into home and family, which was taken out of proportion, and everybody just went bonkers. No, I'm going to ruin my house. I'm going to, it started from the workspace now. So taking that back, with you on this advocacy, what's your plan? Like, what's the dream goal to help the situation now? Because it has started, the movement has started. maybe yes, because women started talking about it,
Yeah.
but a lot of men too are also in the same space
Yeah.
of not being given equal voices. So what's the plan for your organization?
Okay,
Or
so
for you
yeah,
as
as an organization.
Yeah.
So for us, first of all, this is our first of its kind, Safema, and basically what we do is go into secondary schools to talk to girls, the girl child from age, let's say 10 to 18, and talk to them about career, cervical cancer awareness, FGM, which is a different topic, and show them leading examples that we have in the society, and tell them, oh, you can actually be this, you can actually be that. Oh, if you go into a church, who is the pastor? Oh, it's a man. But no, the world is changing, and you can actually take the role of a pastor in a church. You can be the judge in a courtroom. You can be the CEO of a big company. You can be a manager. You can be a pilot. You can
just
be
the right to
anything.
dream.
Yeah, so the right to dream, and not just dream, actually work towards that dream and achieve it. Because everyone can dream. And also we go into the market space and every other organization out there and talk to women and try to enlighten them about how to start up a business, how to get funding, how to go about the whole.
So I think the first step
empowering
basically is just sensitization that
exactly.
these things are doable. You need to dream bigger and open up your minds.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, but you see that there's a lot of decadence in the youths of nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a youth or you're Gen Z or a millennial, but we know who the people we are talking about. So how do you think that? What do you think is the problem? Why do you think that it's so bad right now in their mindsets, and how or what do you think can be done to reduce it significantly?
Yeah, that's a very, very sensitive topic in Nigeria today, because many youths, many young chap growing up, in this part of the world, quote and unquote, is really difficult. It's really, you see people, because of money, they find themselves doing something that they shouldn't. And the struggle is really, really real. The struggle is real, and the girl child, the young chap coming up, like a female young chap coming up, is really difficult for them to, like they're really, really vulnerable, to be honest. And I remember, let me just tell you a short story. I remember back then when I was like 18, 19, I was in a school, a private institution, and 300 level, I was entering 300 level, and I couldn't pay for my school fees, and I had to leave. So then I had to work and register in another institution too, and then I finished. And it's really hard, to be honest, for girls out there to sponsor themselves through school. It's not everybody that was born into a rich family, so it's really, really hard. And you see these people, you find out that these people are actually going into dangerous things to get money. So that's why we actually organized a pageantry, which is for girls within the age of 18 to 29. They should come pitch their business ideas, and they'll get $1,000 for business funding.
Oh, wow.
And,
wow.
yeah.
Straight
and a trip to Rwanda.
Just for the desire of helping these young
exactly.
I'm a young chap. I can,
right.
But, what do you think is the cause of this decadence? Is it the free access to, is it the ever-evolving technology? Or what do you think is the problem?
I won't say it's the ever-evolving technology. Yeah, technology is also part of it, so to say. I think regardless of technology or not, people will still find a way to get money. Like they say, man must chop. So like there are different ways people have lost it in the society, to be honest. So we are just, our foundation is basically to like bring them back to the right track. You understand? So yeah. So
why business? Why telling these women or these young chaps to pick a business? Why? Do you feel like they are not really carried along in the business space? Because when I go on social media, I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and dare I say 60% or 65% of them are women.
Yeah,
that are doing great as entrepreneurs, social media managers. They're all female.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
To be honest, it's really impressive how women are like taking charge of themselves now, compared to few years ago, it wasn't so, to be honest. Women are dependent on, oh, I'll just go and marry. And so, to be honest, it's really impressive to see that, that much, should I say, that much women doing things on social media, trying to sell this, and most of them even have like a job that they are doing.
Yeah.
So to be honest, it's really impressive. And how else would a woman stand alone? How else would a girl child be able to fund herself through school? And not just school, I mean, going for masters is also part of it. And, you know, standing alone, basically, as a young lady, it's business, you understand? And once you set up your business, no matter how small you start, you would grow from there. You grow and, I mean, in several years, you can become the, you know, you can.
So you believe that it's business that could help any lady
yeah.
to stand their ground,
Yeah.
at least in any space.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so moving from the business, that whole business thing now, don't you think that these sensitizations, I know you as a body, you're trying to put this together
Yeah.
for women out there, but
Exactly.
these girls, these kids, they have parents, they have guardians. Don't you think that it should be even more of sensitizing the adults,
Exactly.
the guardians, not even the girls? Because you're sensitizing these kids, they can hear you, they learn what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the question is, allowing them to indulge in these competitions or these things, another thing, where you have the guardians who makes these decisions for them. So why not, why isn't it so that it's the guardians, the fathers, the mothers, the aunties that are guarding these children that are being sensitized about the possibilities of their female children being way better than how they are?
Exactly. I'm actually glad you asked that. So part of our movement is going to the marketplace, talking to more like their mothers, the guardians, the aunties, talking to them and or telling them, oh, your girl children going to school is very important. This, and this. Like there are a lot of topics we enlighten them about. And so that's basically how we. So we are going into marketplaces to actually reach out to guardians and also even advertise our pageantry and tell them that, oh, bring your child. We would give her funding for her business. If she has a good business idea, oh, let her come. And also part of our this thing is to give them loans, soft loans to start up a business, POS by the marketplace or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so talking about this competition, so this pageant that are going to, or rather that is going to give ladies and, you know, opportunities to, you know, get funds for their business. How does one participate?
Just go on our website, www.missenterpriseafrica.com, and the registration is free, so everyone can register between the age of 18 and 29. So yeah.
But you know that men are also looking for this kind of chance. Everybody's fighting for the women.
Right.
We are fighting for, we are just, the men are suffering. Young chaps are clueless on who they want to become. Look at them on the streets. Young boys everywhere, even around us in this building.
Yeah.
You know, how do we involve them in these things? Because the fight for women liberation and young power to the has been going on for ages,
for a long time.
But the guys are also suffering. And when we mention these things, they'll say they should start their own too. But we need to, if we are really talking on genuine inclusivity, they should be included in all of these things.
Of course. So for now, because this is our first edition, our sole desire is actually to focus on the vulnerable upcoming girl. The guys can come some other time. But,
it's okay.
Our focus now is the girl, and like I said about diversity, it's not just about gender, it's about race, it's about culture. Some people will say, oh, you're from this place, I don't want to associate with you, you're from this place. So it's really not about just the girl, though our focus this year is about the girl child, but diversity is actually a very, very, very wide topic, so to say.
That's fine. I'll be watching, because we have nephews that need to be indulged in and involved in all of these things. So I mean, lastly, before I even let you go, pageantry. I know it's a way to draw the ladies in, but the pageantry you're talking about, is it just for them to pitch the business, or is it going to go all the way? Like, you know, it's not like it's a major, you know, but it's gonna be like, you know, them acting as beauty queens or actually just coming in, it's business, it's pitching, it's training on how to be an entrepreneur, it's, you know, workshops and all of that.
Yeah, so about our pageant is not just about beauty. I mean, of course, we would encourage you to, like, so our pageant is basically about culture, beauty, and your how smart you are, how business smart you are.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it's not focusing on what they are wearing, please, because all these people, before you
Well,
start
what they're
telling,
wearing is also important.
that one is beauty pageant now, it's not business pageant.
So yeah, so but the main focus is young ladies coming with their business idea and trying to balance it up. You know, you can't just be business smart and not look smart physically. I'm not sure if you understand. They'll come pitch their business ideas.
It's all right.
And
it's okay. All right, thank you so much for coming on the show. We
Thank
appreciate
you so much for having me.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Fisayo,
Yeah,
thank you so much. We'll go on a short break right now. When we come back, we have another amazing guest coming through. Please stick around. Don't go anywhere.